Test.
That was my favorite.
Test. Is this on there? Stream on Twitch? Is it working? Or not? This is weird. Okay. Okay. Test. Looks good. Looks good. I'm gonna have to mute this. What to do? Full screen. Hey, we got it. We got it. Took too long to figure out this OBS shit. Too long indeed. The audio was the biggest pain in the ass.
On the faraway continent of Norzelia, three mighty powers reigned.
Ooh, Norzelia.
The Kingdom of Glenbrook, through which runs the mighty Norzelia River, bringing flourishing trade.
Yeah.
The Grand Duchy of Esfrost, a land of ice and snow beneath which slumbers rich veins of iron.
They sound nice.
And in the desert, the holy state of Hyzant, home to the lake from which is harvested the salt essential to life. With each nation controlling one vital resource, conflict between these three powers was all too common. Minor disputes and skirmishes gave rise to fierce battles, and before long, the realm was engulfed in a bloody conflict that would rage on for years. Many died in what came to be known as the Salt Iron War. Brought to their limits and facing their mutual demise, the three powers at last negotiated a truce. The Norzelia Consortium is formed, a neutral organization that oversees fair trade of iron and salt. Finally, peace came. 30 years pass. Now, a new bond is set to be formed between the Grand Duchy of Esfrost and House Wolffort of Glenbrook, whose power in the kingdom is second only to that of the royal family itself.
Lord Serenoa? Good morning.
Congratulations, my lord. The future of Wolford is looking brighter than ever.
Thank you.
Today's the day, is it not? We're all ready for the big moment. Thank you, everyone.
Young Master, Lord Serenoa. So, you were here after all.
Ah, Benedict. It would seem word has reached the people already.
You can thank Eredor for that. He couldn't refrain from blabbing the news to anyone who would listen.
This is a momentous day, not merely for our domain, but for all of Glenbrook.
Did you say domain? Why is that spelled domain? What?
I do not think it possible to keep it a secret.
This is well and true, my lord, but you must consider your betrothed's lineage.
I'm well aware of the situation. I cannot say for sure what repercussions this may have. What I do know is that the people rejoice for us and hope. As the future Lord of House Wolford, I must run.
Fine resolve, my lord. As House Steward, I will do all in my power to it.
Thank you, Benedict. It is heartening to have them.
Shall we head to the port then, my lord?
So soon. I had thought we would have more time.
The river's waters have risen with the heavy rainfall earlier this. And given the wind, I think it likely that Esfrost's ship will arrive ahead of schedule.
You never cease to amaze. Very well then.
I thank you for the escort. You are...
Lady Frederica, there is no one here to receive you.
He will be along shortly, no doubt. If I have heard true, he is...
By your leave, then. We wish you everlasting.
Thank you. I shall work hard, both for my new... Please let brother, the Archduke, know that.
As you command, my lady.
I shan't let you down. Phew, Glenbrook at last. Finally, we can take a moment of respite. That said, it would seem we've arrived ahead of schedule.
I much prefer it to being late. This is a momentous day for Esfrost, and for the entire realm.
I agree, which is why we cannot have you look... Why don't we go for a bit of a stroll?
A fine idea. After all, this may be the last time in a while. Most are not inclined to grant liberty to one of Rosellan heritage.
That looks important.
You brought that pendant with you?
Of course. It is the only memento I have.
Get fucked.
Thank you kindly, little lady. Letting a whole boatload of guards go back home was a stroke of genius. We heard tell you'd be here, and we wanted to be the ones to.
The winds of fortune are blowing today, aren't they, Pa?
Brigands!
Stand back, Frederica. I shan't let them have you.
Save him.
What do you intend to do with us?
Ransom.
Make you our little hostages is all.
Yep. Knew it.
And wring every last coin out of the duchy and House Wolford.
What's with that pink hair, though? Ya Rosellen? And that lady looks like she's from Hyzant. Did we go after the wrong boat?
Impossible! The ship was full of Esfrosti soldiers.
Enough! I am without a doubt.
There we go. Oh, he's dead.
Have you bandits no shame?
And just who in the hell are you?
There's another 3 convictions prevail. Utility, morality, and like beast in the form of invisible perimeters that are used by the choices you make throughout the game. Yes. Your decisions will shape the universe. Oh, the main characters. You needed to know who, so we can resolve this peacefully.
You two bear a striking resemblance. Might you be father and daughter?
You got that right. This is Trish, my pride and joy. He's a chip off the old block.
Minus the stench and the hairy arms, maybe.
You wound me, girl! That was supposed to be a
If you'd prefer, we'll leave you alone to settle your family dispute.
You're the whole reason we're quarreling, you...
Exactly! You're about to pay for messing with...
Our foe has lost their composure. Well done, my lord.
That's not sarcastic.
Enough of this!
Well
You'll
done. Now
regret
we have to
ruining our
fight.
plans!
To arms, my lord.
Stand back, the both of you.
No, we fight together. I brought this upon us through my indiscretion. Pray allow.
My lady.
I am a teacher of the arcane arts, and Frederica is a most apt pupil.
I can assure you we shan't be a burden.
Then I ask for your support from the back lines.
And you shall have it.
Why didn't you tell me you were having such fun? I would have joined you sooner.
What are you doing here?
Let us talk later. Now, I believe we have some lawless ruffians to round.
Unwavering support with a strategic edge. test.
I hope you adults are ready to learn a hard lesson. You'll need more than numbers to beat us.
Their confidence is admirable, at least. Orders, my lord?
Give them no quarter. We cannot allow brigands to have the run of Wolfort.
Just who are these people anyway?
Now, Benedict.
Think you got what it takes to best my family? Hope you're ready. Give 'em a fight, man. Distinguish your...
We do not take kindly to thievery here in Wolfort. Defeat is not an option.
Oh, I see. Slash.
You think you're all high and mighty, huh? Well, we'll show. Ready for battle. We're just trying to make a living. Yeah!
Our land has no place for those who disrespect. Let us pry out their weakness.
For victory!
Oh, here we go. We get to play as this horse guy. Use thy lance.
This is it! Shall we make it a contest, my friend? Let us see.
I think not. Whatever would I tell your father?
These are no ordinary men.
Benedict!
Let us remain calm and clear-headed. That is our surest path to victory. I shall do what I can.
Yeah, just hit him upside the head with your staff.
We must defend ourselves from this danger. Allow me.
Scourge.
Two ashes.
Yeah, you just killed a man.
Coming through!
I shall try my level best.
You've made a grave mistake.
Hey, that was like a bonus.
Defeat is not an option.
Deal damage to a single enemy delay its turn.
On your guard.
So we got
For victory! Take that!
Hey, I stabbed through 2 of them.
Ready for battle.
My lord!
Bullseye!
Ah! Ah! Good try. Ah! No!
Stop!
Shall we begin?
Just kidding.
My stratagem is superior.
Allow me. Flames, heed my call!
Dead. He's dead. She's dead.
Forward!
I'll make this quick. Ha-ha!
Follow my lead.
I won't lose! You don't stand a chance!
I shall try my level best.
Kill him.
You have nothing left.
Yeah!
Oh, no!
Over here! Did you see that?
This isn't good.
Curious.
Your wounds are healed.
Allow me.
Can't use it.
Defeat is not an option. Ha! That hit the mark.
Follow my lead.
Yeah, bully.
Let us pry out their weakness.
Crazy. Straight. Okay. We're just gonna attack.
Sloppy! You've left yourself open! Ha-ha! I won't lose! Brace yourself!
Hope you're ready.
Ready for battle.
Fool!
Shall we begin?
Yeah, we should. Switch. Just do the characters. No matter what I want. Hey, there we go. Go to Benedict.
Be at ease.
My thanks.
Let me show you what I've learned. Blaze, heed my call!
From where shall we strike? On your guard! I won't lose! Take this!
I shall try my level best. For the future of House Wolford.
I got careless.
I shall do what I can.
You've left yourself open!
Let me show you what I've learned.
The situation is grim.
This is good!
To lead, I must grow.
I won't lose! I'll try this! For my kingdom!
I see a path to victory.
I got careless.
Make way!
Allow me. Two ashes. Oh no!
Really?
I shall do what I can.
Too slow!
My growth is plain to see.
Carefully. Parry.
You've made a grave mistake.
Damn it all! This can't be!
Oh shit, he actually died.
Charge! My lance strikes true!
I must find a way.
You won't beat me! Ah!
I cannot lose.
Cool heads shall prevail. Your wounds are healed.
Much appreciated.
What would Father do?
My turn! You don't stand a chance!
This is troubling. Now.
My guards are wide open!
Almost. Let me show you what I've learned. Two ashes. What? For a better world.
Cool heads shall prevail.
What would Father do?
For victory! Be gone!
You'll rue this day! You bat!
Oh, they're alive
Wait,
still.
I know that face! That's the Wolfort Lordling!
Yeah.
What's that you say?
Wolfort? It can't be.
You bet your bippy.
What are they doing here so damn soon?
This ain't what we planned for. Let's get out of here.
Dude, we
We're a
killed
bunch of no good
guys.
thieves. At least they know when they're in over their heads.
I would have preferred to apprehend them and see them atone for their crimes, but so be it.
Your bride-to-be is safe. Isn't that what matters?
My bride-to-be.
Oh, they don't even know.
My sincerest apologies. I had no idea we were being trailed. But where are my manners? I am Frederica of the Grand Duchy of Esfrost. I have come to fulfill our agreement. I am honored to join you in marriage
She doesn't
and to
speak
call
very
House
soft.
Wolfort my new home.
The honor and pleasure is mine, Lady Frederica. Pray forgive me for not introducing myself sooner.
To think you'd fight at each other's side in battle before exchanging. Though, I dare say that it bodes well for Wolfort that its new lord and lady make such a fine team.
Your Highness! Here you are. Why, the entire Kingsguard has been scouring the land for you.
Did you sneak out of the castle again, Roland?
Roland.
When I heard my best friend's betrothed was arriving in Glenbrook, I simply couldn't miss the occasion.
While we appreciate the sentiment, perhaps you should have said something to the king.
I'm the least of my dear father's. Though I suspect Huette will think otherwise. Rest easy, my fair Lady Frederica. You are in good hands here. I look forward to celebrating your union. Till we meet again.
His ring bore the insignia of Glenbrook's royal family.
Prince Roland, King Regna's younger son.
So a lord and a prince drove off a band of brigands by their own hand. What a fascinating nation we've come to, Frederica.
Oh, that's cool. Attendant and tutor in the Arcane Arch. She once studied administrators. Nothing else.
This is Sheila, my tutor and attendant.
The eldest daughter.
Famed is the martial prowess of the Wolforts. It was an honor to be...
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Serenoa of House Wolf. and this is Benedict, trusted steward of my family.
It is my honor to serve Lord Serenoa in any and all matters.
On behalf of House Wolfort, I welcome you to our domain.
Domain. Domain.
You may think this is an odd question, my lord, but I ask it nonetheless. What does the color of my hair mean to you?
Well, I've seen Naruto. It's not too boring of me to say, so I find it most beautiful. I find your courage more noteworthy than your appearance. You held your own
If it is not too forward of me to say so,
Thank you, my lord. But you need not flatter me.
Of course.
I said only what I mean. I have always been fond of roses, and your hair is as beautiful as...
I adore them too.
Then it would seem we have something in common.
Lady Frederica, everyone awaits. Allow us to escort you back to camp.
Thank you, Benedict. It would be my honor.
Serenoa of Glenbrook's House Wolford, and Frederica of Esfrost, will you not? In doing so, the newfound allies hope to hold their own in the face of Hyzant's salt monopoly, which continues even now, decades after the war. Who could have known that this was but a prelude to an uprising that would engulf all of Norzelia in the flames of war?
Spoiler! Oh, this is cool. Can you go Let's go there.
Wherever did my fool brother run off to? I explicitly told him I wanted him here when we welcome our...
It would seem Prince Roland shrugged off the King's Guard and went on a little excursion. I swear it's as if the boy exists to drive us mad.
He is an embarrassment to our family. No matter. I will see to matters myself.
Your honored guests have arrived, Your Highness.
I see new faces among them. I trust you can tell me more, Cliff.
But of course, Your Highness.
Shit, I need to click profile to know these people.
The imposing-looking woman over there is General Avlora of Esfrost.
He doesn't look that friendly. He knows something that I don't.
Her prowess in battle is such that some say she is the second coming of Groma Ironfist. If the rumors of her strength are true, she is more likely to emerge victorious. Over there is Minister Exham Marshall of the Holy State of Hyzet. He is the newest appointee to the Saintly Seven, and has been placed in charge of the military and diplomatic affairs. 'Tis a rise to prominence nigh unheard of for one so young.
A general of the Grand Duchy and Hyzant's young hope. I imagine this will not be the last I hear of them. I know this man. Sorsley End of Hyzant, yes?
Just so, my lord. As you doubtless know, he is the Holy State's Minister of Salt. A prestigious position, though it is said he feels threatened by Minister Exham of late.
So even the great monolith that is the Holy State is not immune to internal strife. Thank you, Claris. I can see they were not wrong to tap you to lead the consortium.
As the officially appointed bookmaker for the tournament, it would not do for me to be ignorant of the...
Your Highness, Lord Thalos and Lady Erica, brother and sister of the Archduke, have arrived. They will be joining the festivities in Archduke Gustadolf's stead.
Word has it that Lord Thalos has been appointed Prime Minister, which would make him the second most influential individual in all of Esfrost.
Archduke Gustadolf is said to prize freedom more than anything. It would seem that includes the freedom to put his own family above all.
With all due respect, Your Highness, the decisions of another nation are their own. Do take care not to say anything that might offend our new...
You need not remind me, Patriot. I know there is little to be gained from quarreling with Esfrost's ruling family. Honored guests, I am Franny, Crown Prince of Glenbrook. It is an honor to welcome you. I can assure you we have spared no effort in preparing for tomorrow's festivities. Let us ring in this... Though I imagine some may be too occupied awing us with their prowess in the tourney to enjoy the revelry. Allow me to escort you to Whiteholm Castle, where the ceremony will take place.
Prince Roland, finally you return.
You're in deep shit.
At ease, Huet. I trust all was well in my absence.
Well enough. Another visit to the Wolfort domain, was it?
Indeed, on minor business. My apologies.
Apologies indeed. You know full well that I am under strict orders from your father to accompany you on...
I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself. Besides, no one would lose any sleep if something happened to me. Father and Franny at least. Even Cordelia would get along perfectly fine without her brother.
Well, I would not. Or have you forgotten that you are my one and only sworn liege?
Huet. Forgive me, truly. It won't happen.
I should hope not. So it is true that you plan to fight in the tourney on the morrow, and alongside House Wolfort, no less.
How did you...
His Grace told me, when he commanded me to keep you out of trouble.
So Father knew all along.
And so I have decided to fight at your side. You won't be slipping away on my watch this time.
As you wish.
Feisty. to do the tourney? Or is that just cuts? Let's do It's a big world. And there's something with shit that happened to spark this war.
Welcome back, the both of you.
Thanks.
Were there any troubles while we were out?
None to speak of, aside from Eridor here. But what else is new?
Out with it, Benedict! I heard you were beset by brigands. Is the young lord...
Lower your voice. Must you always shout so? Or can't you see that it was that big mouth of yours that invited trouble in the first...
There is no cause for concern, Eridor. Besides, I'm not a child any...
Mayhap not, my lord. But I've known you since you were knee-high to a... never you mind.
The paranoid.
And this must be the young lord's bride-to-be.
I am Frederica. It is a pleasure and honor to meet you all.
So fake.
And I am Gila, her attendant. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Allow me to introduce those in service of House Wolfort. This is Eridor, Master-at-Arms and Commander of our military forces.
You'll be the lady of House Wolfort. No harm will befall you as long as I'm around.
And this is Anna, my right hand.
If you require anything, just say the word.
Anna, an expert spy. In Benedict's right hand, she was taken in by Wolfort after losing her parents and swears to do everything in her power to pay that debt. Aww.
They may not be of my blood, but they are my family just the same. And from this day on, they are your family as well.
I am aware that in all of Glenbrook, House Wolfort is second only to the royal family in power and influence. I will do my best not to disappoint you.
A joyous day this is! The little lord grew up and found himself the perfect bride. Nigh brings a tear to my eye.
His voice certainly does carry.
Sorry, my lady, but you'll have to get used to it.
My lord, your father awaits you in his chambers. As for me, I must stay and discuss the preparations for tomorrow's festivities with Anna and Eridor.
Lady Frederica, pray come with me. Father is expecting us.
Poisoned, assassinated. I wish I could walk around freely. This is like a movie. Is it loading, or do I have to... You're shitting me. I bet... Nope. Yep. Shit.
As you are well aware, there are two events of utmost importance to be conducted before Lord Serenella and his bride are wed.
Someone's gonna interrupt it, I bet.
The ceremony to commemorate the joint mining venture.
She's gonna get kidnapped.
Still can't believe I'll be seeing the day when we break ground on a new mine right here in Glenbrook. And with the full support of Esfrost and Hyzant, no less.
You can thank King Regnum for that. It was by his most wise and generous proposal that the three nations of Norzelia now strive toward a common goal. Needless to say, delegates from each nation will be joining in the festivities.
From the Grand Duchy of Esfrost, Lord Dragan Esfrost, who is overseeing the technical side of the mining operations. The Holy State of Hyzand will be represented by Minister Lila Viscraft of the Saintly Seven. And our own Lord Simon will serve as Glenbrook's delegate and meet with the two before the ceremony. Yes?
Quite so. After that, it will be House Wolfort's responsibility to see that our honored guests feel welcome. Anna, I would trust you safeguarding both Lord Dragan and Minister Lila.
Consider it done.
Then once that stuffy ceremony is over, we can get to the real highlight of the day, the tourney! Ah, my blood's already rushing, just envisioning the greatest warriors from all the realm clashing swords!
Hell yeah.
From Esfrost, the much-renowned General of Laura. And from Hyzand, Minister Exham Marshall. I have heard much of his prowess as well.
Then, of course, there's our reigning victor, the pride of Glenbrook, Sir Maxwell the Dawnspear. Still, I wish him all the best of luck against their hosts. They'll need it to beat House Wolfort.
On that matter, there are two things I should make clear. Prince Roland has expressed a desire to join the tourney as a member of House Wolfort's contingent.
Why would the boy want to fight with us and not his own arms master?
Apparently, he originally formally requested to do just that, but King Regna would not allow it.
And so he came to the young lord in hopes of finding another way in. Well, it's more than welcome in my book. The royal family said we're free to put together our own contingent after all. I reckon His Majesty would be beside himself with joy if we could deliver a beating to Esfrost and Hyzand.
Doubtless so. Very well. I shall inform the prince that he is welcome in our ranks.
Kick my feet up.
Finally, there is the matter of Lord Simon's health.
Indeed. Sadly, the Lord of the House is in no condition to participate in the tourney. Barring some miracle, I anticipate that Lord Serenoa will have to fight in his Lord Father's stead.
Lord Simon. I suppose age takes its toll on even the mightiest of men. So be it then. You can leave watching over the young lord and Prince Roland to me.
Good. I remind you that while this is a joyous occasion, all of our attendees have their own reasons for coming. Let us not give them an opportunity to catch us unaware.
Alright, I'm gonna get the Cheez-Its out. Is there another cutscene at the other place? No? Very well. It's a bit repetitive of triggers.
Father, I bring to you my betrothed, the Lady Frederica.
My queen.
A pleasure to meet you, my lord. I am Frederica of House...
Ho ho! The pleasure is all mine.
Brought an end to the Saltiran War.
Were it not for the efforts of House Wolfort, the Salt Iron War would rage on still today. I do not deserve the honor of joining your esteemed family, but I will endeavor to serve you all the same.
There is no need for such formalities, my girl.
Oh,
You are
no.
tired from your
This
journey,
guy's so
I'm
likable that
sure.
he's
Pray
gonna
rest
die in
easy
the
tonight.
story.
Thank you, my lord. I believe that in any journey, the first step is the most important. Before we go forward together, I should like to know why you chose to welcome one of Rosellan blood, such as I.
Oh, I'd heard you were a strong-willed one.
Pray forgive my insolence. And yet, I am set to marry into a mighty house of a foreign nation. I should like to know what you wish of me, that I might live up to your expectations.
A most reasonable request. Both of you, listen well.
Yes, Father.
Your marriage was agreed upon by Glenbrook and Esfrost, that the ties between our two nations might be strengthened.
To give us more leverage against Hyzant with their monopoly over salt.
Precisely. With Glenbrook and Esfrost consolidating their power, Hyzant was left with little choice but to join the alliance. And yet, while Lady Frederica is indeed the Archduke's sister, at the same time she is the daughter of a Rosellan concubine. And House Wolford, for all our military prowess, is no more than a bannerman of the king. If the aim was to forge the strongest bond we could between our two nations,
It would be far more appropriate for my sister, Lady Erica, to wed the Crown Prince of Glenbrook.
just so, yet neither nation chose that. And do you know why?
So that if relations between our two countries were to take a turn for the worse,
We could be cast away like pawns.
Precisely. Such are the schemes of those who rule nations.
I understand now. And yet, no matter how impure the intentions behind this arrangement may be, I will not bring dishonor to the Wolfort name.
Yeah.
Well said, my son. If that is your decision, then...
Oh no! I knew it!
Father!
Lord Simon!
I am an old man, and my health is not what it once was. For this reason and more,
You should stop
I have
wearing
made
that
my
armor.
decision. As of this day, I abdicate my position as Lord of House Wolford. You will serve in my stead from tomorrow forth, my son.
Yes!
But, Father, I am not ready to...
My decision is not made lightly. You have already shown me, with your words and your deeds, that you are more than ready. Think always about what your subjects need from you. Weigh your choices carefully, then take action. Do so, and I have no doubt you will make a great lord. And trust in Benedict. He shall serve you as well as he did me.
Thank you, Father. I will spare no effort that one day I may be as beloved by our people as you.
Lady Frederica, your fate is not a simple one. There are many who would try to use the both of you as pawns in their own schemes. Even so, I hope that you will be there to support my son through it all, as his wife. But also, as your own person. This is House Wolfort's entreaty and the wish of a father.
Of course, my lord. It was my intention from the moment I boarded the ship.
Unless she's a part of the scheme.
Beg pardon, my lord, but Lord Dragan and Minister Lila have arrived.
Very well. Presiding over tonight's banquet will be my final duty as Lord of the House. Tomorrow's ceremony will mark the beginning of yours, my son. And after that will be your wedding. Rest well tonight, both of you, for busy days lie ahead.
Yeah, we gotta save it.
"30 years after the Salt Iron raged across Norzelia, a vein of precious minerals was unearthed in the kingdom of Glenbrook. From east, united at last in common cause, the kingdom of Glenbrook, the Grand Duchy of Esfrost, and the holy state of Hyzant endeavored to wrest this bounty from the earth, with each nation providing expertise and resources. This uneasy alliance between once bitter enemies will herald a new era of tranquility in this long and battled realm." One after another, dignitaries from each nation arrive in Glenbrook to solidify this accord and toast to its success, the first step on the road to peace. Among those who would forge this road is Serenoa Wolfford. Inheriting the title of Lord Wolfford from his father Simon, he must decide what foundation he would lay for this new era.
Welcome to Castle Wolford, Minister Lila. Allow me to express my gratitude to the Holy State. Were it not for your nation's generous efforts, this venture would never have...
You are too kind, Lord Simon. You too have served an invaluable role in this. Though I must admit, the news of the union between your son and Lady Frederica came as quite... None in Hyzant considered that a bannerman of Glenbrook would join with the ruling... I hear that Lady Frederica is the Archduke's half-sister. I must ask...
Your curiosity is only natural. This union was promised during the war. An arrangement made with the... Truth be told, I am surprised one as well informed as yourself did not...
And this is your son?
Serenoa Wolfford, at your service, Minister.
And I am Frederica Esfrost.
My son still has much to learn, but I believe this marriage will herald a bright future for us. For today, I intend to step down and leave House Wolfford in
You're abdicating your position? Surprising news comes in pairs, I see. Nonetheless, I imagine the lords and ladies at tonight's banquet will take great interest in the new...
Pray, go easy on the boy, my lady.
I hear that young Lord Dragan of Esfrost shall also be in attendance.
Indeed. He has been appointed to oversee operations at the Grand Norzelian mines. I understand his star in Esfrost has seen a meteoric rise.
Good. I would like to hear more of this new explosive substance he means to use to blast the tunnels. As a fellow scholar of sorts, if in a different field, I am always curious to...
He should have arrived by now. Has anyone seen him?
Dragan's gone to see the city. He was halfway there before the gangplank landed on the docks.
Ah, he is your cousin, yes? I see we share an innate curiosity for new places.
The banquet will begin soon. I shall seek him out and escort him there.
Very good. Though I will host tonight's festivities, I want you to act as if you're already Lord of the House. Our guests are the most esteemed personages of their respective nations.
Of course, Father.